Okay, so I have been using both the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra and the Google Pixel 7 Pro for quite a few months now. And in this video, I'm gonna be giving you my comparison between both of these phones right here. Now, I can kind of just easily sit here if I really wanted to and say, hey, go with the Galaxy S23 Ultra because it is the phone that does offer more, but it does also cost a lot more. If you're looking to save some money, then I can easily say, hey, go with the Google Pixel 7 Pro because this is still a great device and is going to give you everything that you need in a phone and is definitely more affordable. And then of course we have the trade-in deals with both of these, which isn't always the same. It does change, but right now at the time of making this video, Samsung is offering the better trade-in deal. I'll have links for both of these devices down in the description below in case you want to check any of these out. But let's go ahead and get this video started. So starting with the overall design of both of these phones right here, there's no doubt about it that these are both beautiful looking devices, very premium looking and premium feeling. And as you can see, I do have them both in their green colors that both companies offer. But you tell me, which device do you think does green better? The Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, the Google Pixel 7 Pro, or me? Let me know down in the comment sections. But let's go and get this started, starting with the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now this device right here does have more of a candy bar boxy look. We do have those boxy corners and it is a big device in hand. Got a nice matte finish in the back, feeling really good in the hands, really soft to the touch. It does not get any fingerprints in the back. It does take a while for those fingerprints to start showing up. And then we do have those camera lenses that do protrude a little bit. So it's a little bit risky dropping this without a case. I do recommend using a case with any device and then going around the sides, the top and the bottom. It is more of a flat design compared to the S22 Ultra of last year, making it easier to hold this device in hand. And then going over to the display, we got a nice, big, beautiful display that you just can't go wrong with. Samsung is always bringing the best displays in their devices. And then we go over to the Google Pixel 7 Pro. Same thing. Premium feel, premium look. It actually feels a lot better in the hand, in my opinion, than the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra because of these rounded corners that we have here. It just sits better in the hand. And it also feels a little bit lighter as well, but this one does have more of a glossy finish, not more of a glossy finish. It is a glossy finish, and yes, it does attract fingerprints. So if you're not using a case, you will find yourself, having to wipe it down every once in a while. And then of course we do have that camera bar in the back that looks way different than the S23 Ultra. And this is Google's distinct look on their devices recently, which I'm good with because it just screams Google and it definitely sets it apart from the competition. And then going over to that display in the front, same thing, absolutely beautiful display. It is a little bit smaller than the S23 Ultra, but still big enough to be able to call a big display. Absolutely beautiful. Both displays do have that punch hole camera cutout up at the top. Now going into the device here, both do offer an in-display fingerprint sensor, which I don't have a problem with either of them. They both pretty much work all the time for me. I don't think there's ever been a time where it's really missed. And the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra does have that ultrasonic fingerprint sensor, which does make it a bit more secure than the one that we have on the Google Pixel 7 Pro. But either way, both are working fast and snappy. And then once you get into the device, you are greeted with those beautiful displays on both of these devices, like I mentioned. But I will say the display on the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra is definitely brighter than the Pixel 7 Pro. I can easily, comfortably use this device outside in the bright sunlight and not really have any problems looking at the display. I don't have to hold it close to my face or squint my eyes or anything like that. I can easily see what I'm doing. I mean, the colors just pop. They're nice and vibrant. Absolutely beautiful display. Now, I can kind of say the same thing with the Google Pixel 7 Pro. It is an absolutely beautiful display. Colors pop nice and vibrant, the same thing, but it does not get as bright as I would like it to. I constantly have this display all the way at the brightest just so I can comfortably use it when I'm outside. And even then, I'm kind of sometimes still have a little bit of a hard time seeing what I'm doing. I mean, I can still see what I'm doing. I just wish it was a bit brighter, at least as bright as what we have with the S23 Ultra. Now, when it comes to performance with both of these devices, I mean, I've said it in previous videos before, both devices run super smooth. We have 120 Hertz display on both of these phones, and they both run super snappy, super smooth. We do have that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip designed for Galaxy devices on the S23 Ultra, and then of course we have Google's Tensor 2 chip on the Google Pixel 7 Pro. and both run really good in my opinion. I will say it does seem like the S23 Ultra does run a bit better than the Google Pixel 7 Pro as far as being able to handle things more and being able to do more at once compared to the Pixel 7 Pro without the device really warming up, especially when it comes to gaming. The S23 Ultra handles gaming like a boss. And when it comes to the Google Pixel 7 Pro, I am able to game comfortably on this device, but I do notice it to start warming up a bit when gaming for too long. Compared to the S23 Ultra, it does take a lot longer before I start feeling this phone start to warm up, and it just handles everything that I do just really, really good. But aside from the warming up when it comes to gaming, same thing with the Google Pixel 7 Pro, it handles everything really, really good as well. I have no complaints with either of these devices, and I believe I said this in both of my review videos for these phones right here, that I actually only had one time on both of these devices where they froze up on me, and aside from both of those times, they've been running good. I have no complaints when it does come to performance. But I will say, there's just something about a Pixel device that it's a different kind of smoothness. I don't know what it is, and I really don't know how to explain it. It's not that the S23 Ultra isn't smooth, because it is a super smooth, buttery experience, but it's just a different kind of performance, smoothly experience. I don't know how to explain it, but I had to go ahead and mention that. Now, of course, when you're gaming or watching content on any device, you want to be able to make sure that it's going to have good speakers to make the experience even better, right? Well, I got to say, I do prefer the speakers on the S23 Ultra because they're just louder. They have a really full sound, and like I said, they're just louder. It's as simple as that. The Google Pixel 7 Pro speakers, they actually sound really good. They have a nice full sound to them. I do like the speakers on this device as well. I just wish they were a bit louder, and then I would be perfectly happy with that. I like the speakers on both of these devices. Both sound good, have a nice, full, crisp sound, but the S23 Ultra does take it up a notch just by a bit, by being a bit louder than the Pixel 7 Pro. Now, of course, with devices that run as good as these ones do and handle everything that they do, I mean, you want some good battery life. You want to make sure your device is going to be able to last you an entire day without having to worry about throwing it on a charger. Well, I can tell you from my own personal experience, I'm not going to talk too much about specs here in this video. This is all based off of my own personal experience with both of these devices right here. And I can tell you both of these have been full day devices for me. But I will say, again, the S23 Ultra just takes the win when it comes to battery life, because I'm actually able to make it through even 2 days sometimes with this device. If I take my usage down a bit and be more of a lighter user, this phone can get me through 2 days, a day and a half to 2 days. With the Pixel 7 Pro, at first the battery wasn't the best, and then it started getting a little bit better. And then it actually started lasting me a full day. So this does get me through an entire day, but it definitely does not last as long as my Galaxy S23 Ultra, and I will just leave it at that. Both do also support reverse wireless charging. So if you want to be able to share your phone's battery with another device, you can also do that as well with both of these devices. And then of course, they do support wireless charging as well. Now, the big question, when it comes to cameras, which phone is better? I use both of these phones to take photos because sometimes my Google Pixel 7 Pro takes photos that are a lot better than my S23 Ultra, and sometimes I prefer the photos that will come out of my S23 Ultra over the Pixel 7 Pro, depending on what I'm taking a picture of. And it's kind of hard to decide a winner. I would say when it comes to just a straight point and shoot camera, I'm definitely going with the Google Pixel 7 Pro because it just gets it right a lot of the time, especially when taking pictures of my kids. And I mention this all the time. If you watch my videos, you know this. When you have kids and you're a parent who loves taking pictures of those kids, you want a phone that's going to be able to capture those special moments as they are happening. And the Pixel 7 Pro just gets it right, like pretty much every time, especially with my youngest son. He's always playing and running around, and I'm able to snap shots quick with this phone. And it just gets it. When I use my Galaxy S23 Ultra, a lot of the times they're coming out blurry, and I'm having to move with him to take those photos to try to get a better shot, or any moving object. But a lot of the times it does come out blurry. Now, I know they added a way to be able to customize your camera the way you want to take faster photos, to make that shutter speed faster, but then it prioritizes speed over quality. And I don't know about you, but I prefer a better quality photo than just being able to take a quick photo every single time. And the Google Pixel gives you both of those. There is a way to balance it on here, but then it does make the shutter speed a little bit slower again. And when it comes to just straight point and shoot camera, I gotta give it to the Pixel 7 Pro. But when you do get good shots on the S23 Ultra, I mean, the pictures come out absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I really don't have any complaints with either of these devices when it comes to taking photos. It's just that one thing with a little bit of shutter lag on the S23 Ultra. But of course, you do get that super zoom 100 times lens, which, takes it up a notch, compared to the Pixel 7 Pro. It's really gonna come down to personal preference and what you're looking for in a phone when it does come to cameras. Now, when it comes to selfie cameras, again, I gotta give it to the Pixel 7 Pro over the S23 Ultra. I'm still able to take some decent selfies with the S23 Ultra, but again, the Pixel 7 Pro is where it's at when taking those selfie pictures. And then when it comes to video, that's all going to the S23 Ultra. Video has definitely improved in Pixel devices when it does come to the Pixel 7 Pro, because past Pixel devices, video hasn't always been the best. I mean, even with the Pixel 7 Pro, it's not the best, but it definitely has improved. And I can only see it getting better from here, but I definitely got to give it to the S23 Ultra. And I actually use the S23 Ultra to record a lot of videos here on this channel. And even when it comes to that portrait video mode, we got cinematic video mode on here, but the portrait video mode is even better on the S23 Ultra. So when it comes to video, definitely the S23 Ultra. And then when it comes to just the better overall camera, I guess you would have to give it to the S23 Ultra because of the fact that it takes better video. So you're getting good pictures and good video. With the Pixel 7 Pro, you're getting decent video and really good photos. Like I said, it's just gonna come down to personal preference. Now, of course, both of these phones wouldn't be the phones that they are without having, their own special features that no other device offers. So starting with the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, of course, we have Samsung DeX, where you're able to hook this up to a bigger monitor to give you that, PC experience. And then you have the one thing that no other phone has, the integrated S Pen. And this is where this device takes it up a notch compared to all the other devices on the market. There is so much that you can do with this S Pen right here. It is crazy. And I mean, I can just name some of the features. As soon as you pull the S Pen out, even with the phone off, it allows you to automatically start jotting down a note. If there's something you need to jot down real quick, pull it out, start writing it down. As soon as you put that S Pen back inside the device, it will automatically save that for you. And then we got things like create a note, view all notes, smart select, which is really cool, screen write live messages, translate, magnify, pen up. I mean, there's a lot you can do with this S Pen, and it is also Bluetooth integrated. So it's got Bluetooth capabilities, and I use this a lot for that. So you can use it to open up the camera on the S23 Ultra. You can use it to take pictures, big group family photos. Nobody has to be left out of the photo. You don't have to set a timer on the camera right here. You just take your S Pen with you when everybody's ready to take the photo, press that button, boom, the picture is taken. You can switch modes, switch it to video mode, start the video. There's just so much that you can do with this S Pen right here. I mean, it is crazy. And then another thing, like I mentioned earlier, you got the 100 times zoom, which could come in handy, every once in a while. And then you just have ultimate customization with this device right here. And when I say ultimate customization, I mean ultimate customization. You do have the Good Lock app that just takes customization on this phone just even further. You can literally pretty much customize everything in detail on this device, and it's just crazy. But going over to the Pixel 7 Pro, first we have the free Google integrated VPN that a lot of people will use on this device for their own security. And then we have clear calling, which does make the calls a lot more clear. And one thing that I like is the call screening. So what this does basically, if maybe a bot is calling you, or maybe a spam call, or maybe even just someone is calling you, Google can actually answer the call for you, and you can see what the person is saying. You don't actually have to answer the phone yourself. You can have Google answer for you. You can see what that person wants. And if you don't feel like talking just yet, you can pick options that Google will recommend to talk back to that person. And it will say, hey, tell me more. What are you calling about? This and that, this and that. And then they'll continue to answer if they do decide to keep on talking. And then if you see that, okay, this call is important, then you can either answer it or just say, I'm not available right now, I'll get back to you. So that is one really cool feature on this device right here. And not only that, but you also have a hold for me feature. So that's basically when, say you're making a call to maybe a company, a 1-800 number or something, and then you end up going through all the selections that you need to, which actually show up on here as well. It'll kind of show you what the options are on screen as the robot, I guess, is saying them, or even before it says them, and then you can pick whatever you want. But once you get put on hold on that call, you can have Google hold the call for you. You can set your phone down. You don't have to worry about listening to that elevator music or whatever. You can go do whatever you got to do. And then once the other side picks up the phone and they're ready to talk to you, Google will send you an alert letting you know that, hey, this person's on the phone now. Pick up the phone, answer the call so you can pick it up, and it'll let them know that basically it's alerting you to pick up the phone. So that's another really cool feature. Another cool thing I like about the Pixel 7 Pro is the recording app. So not only does it record what's going on around you or your voice, but it'll also give you a live transcription of it and jot down everything that is being said. So if you're listening to a lecture, you can easily just set your phone down, start the recording, and it'll record not only the sound, but it'll type it all out for you as well. So very, very cool feature with the Pixel 7 Pro. And then a few other features that I like with the Pixel 7 Pro that the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra does not have is the editing options that we get in the photo app, being able to use that magic eraser, being able to unblur your photos, even older photos that are blurry. You can use that unblur feature and it'll unblur the photo for you, making it look nice and crisp. It's crazy. It's like magic, especially that magic eraser. And then there's other cool editing options that we have within the photo app in this device as well. But I will say, if you are a Google One member, then you can actually take advantage of some of those, actually pretty much all of those options on your Samsung device. And I am a Google One member, and I am actually able to use that magic eraser, the unblur effect, the HDR effect, a lot of the editing options that only come with the Pixel series. So keep that in mind. If you do have a Samsung device, check it out. If you are a Google One member, but you have to use the Google Photos app. So make sure you use that app if you want to be able to take advantage of those features. But within the own Samsung gallery, you do have object remover, which is kind of like magic eraser, but just not as good. I'll just be honest. But overall, I mean, both amazing devices. Obviously, the Galaxy S23 Ultra just offers a lot more. It's gonna give you everything you need in a device and a whole lot more, especially with that S Pen. But like I said at the beginning of this video, it also costs a lot more. Now, when it comes to the Google Pixel 7 Pro, again, amazing device, performs well. It's going to give you everything that you need in a phone. Maybe not all the extra bells and whistles that you might want in a device like the S23 Ultra, but it's still going to give you everything that you need, and it will handle everything that you throw at it. Amazing device, and obviously a lot more affordable than the S23 Ultra without any trade-ins with both of these devices. So it's really just gonna come down to personal preference. What are you looking for in a device? Do you want all the bells and whistles, and do you want to spend all your money on a very expensive device, or do you want to save a few bucks and just get yourself a phone that just works? Let me know what you think down in the comments sections below. If I had to pick one between both of these right here, honestly, it's hard because they're both great devices, and there's a lot of times where I carry both phones with me around everywhere. But if money wasn't a problem, then I would probably go with the S23 Ultra. But if I was looking to save a few bucks, then I'd be more than happy to take the Google Pixel 7 Pro. And there's a lot of times where this is my main device. So y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. I'm Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.